You are watching a brand new Sports Fusion episode here on YouTube. My name is Alex Fuse. We got a big show for you tonight. We got the head coach from Schalmont Baseball on, Chris Teta. So, Chris Teta, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, Alex. How about yourself?
Good. So, the World Series is now over with. So, how do you think that World Series was this year?
It was pretty exciting. I was rooting for the Royals the whole time. I always root for the team or the league that my Yankees are in, so I was hoping the Royals would win, and they did, so that was a bonus for me. But, yeah, it was a good World Series. Mets played hard, and I thought they were going to have it there. They were playing hot, and Daniel Murphy was playing hot, and they kind of hit a buzzsaw with the Royals. But it was an excellent World Series.
So let's get into the Schalmont baseball season now. So how are you preparing for this up-and-coming baseball season?
Honestly, Alex, we haven't started thinking about it too much. But within the next few weeks, we'll be starting our open gyms for our players and prospective players to come out and start working out. Of course, we've had a few meetings here and there regarding fundraising and some things we're going to try to do this year. And of course, us coaches have spoke about this year's roster, the size of the roster, what moves we can make from JV to varsity, possibly position changes that we may be making. So it's in the beginning stages of preparing. But we're ready to go. In the next couple weeks, we'll start our workouts, like I said, and we'll get the ball rolling for the 2016 season.
So, do you think you will try to do anything different about this season?
Again, it's a little bit too early to tell, but there's always brainstorming going on between the coaching staff about players that we can move up and down, or positions that we can move, lineups that we're thinking about, in our heads. I think as a second-year varsity coach, I'm gonna be sure to be a little bit harder on the guys. I'm a player's coach, but I think I need to just put my forcefulness down on them sometimes. I'm gonna make them work harder, of course, and I think we're gonna try to a little bit more of a friendly competition this year with positions, and make them earn their spots with a little bit less ease than they have maybe in the past. So, again, things may change as we get going, but to start, at least that's a couple of things we're thinking about doing a little bit differently this year.
So, what do you like most about being the head baseball coach?
I played baseball, Alex. I love the game, and coaching was the next step that I took. I love the competition and the strategy that goes behind the games and the practices. And I like the team camaraderie and the feel of being a family, both in the locker room and on the field. So again, it's just being just one of X amount of guys on the team with players and coaches, and if we can relay that to our players that we're just one big team and not individuals, I think we'll be successful.
So, what do you think the hardest part is about being the baseball coach? You said what you like about it, so what is the hardest part?
There are a couple parts that are hard about being a head coach. One is being in charge of an entire program from varsity to JV to modified. It's difficult at times to get us all working together, and communication between us all. It's always difficult for 3 programs with 6+ coaches. But that may be one of them that's a little bit difficult, but as I get into it the second year, I think it'll start to be a little bit easier than it was last year as being my first year. Honestly, there's really not much else that I feel that is hard. I love being a coach, and everything really comes natural to me. And if I were to pick one other aspect of coaching that would be difficult or would be hard, would be the in-game strategy, the in-game coaching. And because you never know what another coach is going to do, what he's thinking, how other players are going to play or react, how your players are going to play or react. So that always came as being difficult, but I think that's something that maybe every coach would say that's difficult, that you flip a coin, you never know what's going to happen, and you have to kind of make decisions on the fly, which may be the hard part. But other than that, you take it one game at a time, one pitch at a time, and you do your thing. And if something comes hard, you kind of figure out the best way to get around it, and you do your best and see what happens, and let the cards fall where they may.
So last question here is, what was the road to becoming the head coach for Schalmont?
Again, Alex, I played for many years, both high school at Schalmont, travel ball. I played a couple of years of college ball in the fall, and it really was, my next step. I really loved the game. I knew I wouldn't be able to play forever. I wasn't going to be a major leaguer, obviously. So I wanted to be a part of the game somehow. When I graduated from college, I spoke to former head coach Bob Anderson at Schalmont, and he allowed me to come to practices and work out with the guys and kind of show them some things that I learned. I actually started off coaching, if you even want to call it that, keeping the scorebook and pitch charts and spray charts and stuff like that for the varsity team. A couple of years after that, I did that for a couple of years after that. The JV job opened up at Schalmont, and I applied for it, and they accepted me, and I got the job. So I was there for 13 years doing the JV job and kind of grooming myself and preparing myself to become a varsity coach. I went on a few different interviews for varsity coaches. Of course, didn't get them. And ultimately, if I was offered any positions, I don't know if I would have taken them or not. I managed, I enjoyed staying at Schalmont. It's my alma mater. I graduated from there, and I always wanted to get back to the high school. 2 years ago, after we won the New York State baseball title, Bob Anderson decided he wanted to step down and spend more time with his family and watch his kids play, which gave me the opportunity to step in as head coach, which I've been looking forward to, for many years. And it finally came true. I couldn't be more excited to represent the school, again, that I graduated from, both on the field and off the field. And I couldn't be more excited to be the head of the program and take this program into the future, and hopefully many, many successful seasons ahead of us.
Okay, Coach Teta, thank you for coming on this Sports Fusion episode, and shout out to the 50 people tuning in for this live show.
Thanks, Alex. Appreciate the time. Anytime you want me on, I'm here for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Thank you for tuning in for this huge Sports Fusion episode. Like I just said, special shout out to the 50 people that are watching this live. It was a big show tonight. Thank you for Chris Teta for coming on the show. Go back and watch all my other episodes. Hit that like button and the subscribe button. And comment below on what you think about this show. And like I just said, hit that subscribe button. And I will see you tomorrow at 7:30 here live once again.